This release is almost perfect, but it could be better. The Hot Wheels Silver Series Vintage Club. Barn finds, dude. Vroom. What is up? Welcome back to Race 164. My name is Dan, and today we are checking out the Hot Wheels Silver Series Vintage Club. I was pretty fired up when I saw this hanging on a peg. The first and only time I saw this set out in the wild, so I picked up one. The whole set was there, but I don't usually buy the whole set. I just picked my favorite one. This is the one I chose, the 71 Porsche 911. Today we're gonna open it up, check it out. I'll give you my thoughts, and then unfortunately, we're not gonna test it on the track because, as you can see, there is no backstretch at all. And yeah, I'm in the very early stages of a reconstruction on the Speedway, so we're gonna have to wait to find out if this thing's fast. But let's open it up, see what it's like. All right, here we go. 1971 Porsche 911 barn find. Look at that. Look at the art on the card. That is fantastic. Showcasing the patina on the paint. Look at the barn in the background too. I don't have a very good angle here. There we go. Doing an awesome job with the artwork here, Hot Wheels. Giving off that barn find vibe. We got a little logo. Vintage Club 1968 Hot Wheels Silver Series. So that's that middle tier between a mainline and a premium. Let's crack this thing open. All right, I like what I'm seeing here. I like it a lot. Whatever they do to put this on here, some kind of screen printing or whatever it is, the patina looks good. Looks like a barn find to me. It looks really cool. For a $3 Hot Wheels car, it looks like, you know, kind of a rat rod Porsche. We've got headlight colors here. We've got, I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and get it to focus. The Porsche logo is present there. These lower lights here are part of the plastic for the windows. So there is a cool little contrast there. I don't know if it's going to show up great in the video. Black bumper. The wheels look good. On the back, same thing for the tail lights. So those tail lights are that sort of translucent plastic that you see here for the windows. So that's cool. They didn't need to really do a... They didn't need to print the taillights. They went for that option. I'm cool with that at this price range. The exhaust could use a little bit of silver paint maybe to really make it pop. The wheels spin not great. They spin nice and quietly, but I don't reckon this thing is extremely fast. But we'll find out when we can put it on the track someday. So this car looks good. Really what I'm excited about is the whole barn find idea. I like that Hot Wheels is doing this. Barn finds are a big deal in car culture, okay? Who doesn't love a good barn find? You know, there's an ad in the paper for some old car and they don't even really know what it is, and then you go check it out and it's all dusty, it's under a tarp, there's some junk in the way, and then wow, you know, it's a Ferrari Testarossa. Whatever, that's an extreme example, but you know what I mean. They're just a cool thing. They're a rare thing, and they're becoming more and more rare. Like, it seems to me there's a finite number of barn finds out there. Once they're all found, you know, at a certain vintage, they're all gone. I guess someday there'll be barn finds for like 2007 Ford Focuses. Maybe. That was my first car, by the way, 07 Focus. And I did not find it in a barn, but I digress. This release is almost perfect, but it could be better. Here's my ideas, okay? Hear me out. While I do love the packaging, I love the artwork, I think it would be cooler if you didn't know what car you were getting. If it was like an actual barn find, maybe instead of a normal card, it was like a little cardboard barn and you could not see what car was inside. Or maybe there was just a picture of a barn, or the card was shaped like a barn, you know, a barn gable roof. And the blister part was blacked out so you couldn't see the car. That might work too. But I like my, you know, literal barn idea the best. And then it would be like an actual barn find. You don't know what's in the barn until you open up the barn. And here's what they could do. They could hide whatever they wanted in there. They could have some like this, you know, that look like a barn find. They could have some that are just like pristine, perfect looking. You know, there's barn finds like that. Somebody who takes really good care of the things in their barn, I guess. They could even hide treasure hunts or super treasure hunts in these barns. That would be awesome. That would be so much fun. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't really buy the mystery packs. You know, I'm not one to buy a car that I can't see normally. I would be fired up for those barn find ones though, let me tell you. It would even be funny if the odd one had like a couple missing wheels or something. Like it was just literally a piece of junk and you totally struck out. I wouldn't be mad about wasting $2 on that. It'd be a good story. Some other cars available. We got a 65 Mustang, a Mod Rod. There's the Porsche. There's a Volkswagen Bug and a So Fast. These four I kind of get as a barn find. The So Fast could be somebody's homemade, you know, dragster racer type thing. I don't know why they put the Mod Rod in there. In my mind, a fantasy casting has no business in a barn find series, but to each his own. Maybe somebody loves it. I almost chose the Mustang, but I have a lot of Mustangs. You know, there's Mustangs everywhere. So I went with the Porsche. I only chose one. The whole set was there, but I'm not really one to buy the whole set just to have the whole set. I usually just choose my favorite one and that's it. Maybe my favorite two. I don't feel the need to own every car in a set. I know some of you gotta have them, and that's fine. But that's not me. The Mustang looked really cool, but like I said, there's lots of Mustangs here in the Freedom Shed, and not as many 911s, so I opted for the 911. Now, this is not the first time the diecast world has had barn finds. I know Johnny Lightning has done some barn find releases, and those ones came with a barn, if I remember right. Now, they weren't in the barn. The barn was like a little mini barn front diorama thing that you could park the car outside, and the cars looked like barn finds. You know, they had the patina on them like this Porsche, and those were pretty cool. Somebody let me know if I'm missing some others. Maybe some other brands have done the whole barn find thing, but my point is I haven't seen it a lot. I haven't seen it enough. And barn finds are such a cool part of car culture. I think they need a bigger presence in the diecast market. Just imagine you open up this little barn, you don't know what's inside, and wow, it's this gorgeous, rare 83 square body pickup. Or they could do the color change thing. You know how they have those color change cars? You put them in hot water, or is it cold water? I can't remember. And the paint changes color. They could do that. When you open it up, it looks like a barn find. You know, it's got the patina on it. And then once you wash it, that all disappears and it's just beautiful, as if you restored your barn find. That would be pretty cool. Or they could do the Monster Jam thing. Spin Monster sells dirty monster trucks. You don't know what it looks like. You know what shape it is when you buy it, but then you have to wash it off and see, you know, what color your truck is. That would be kind of cool too. I would go for that. You buy this dirty, dusty looking thing, and then you got to wash it off once you get home and see what it looks like. I've inadvertently turned this Bizzarini into a barn find. I mentioned that in the last video. That looks pretty cool. If you really wanted it to stay that way, you could just spray some of that like clear modeling glue stuff on there, and that thing would be a barn find forever. But I'm not going to do that. But you could, if you wanted to make a cool barn find diorama. All you do is let the car sit behind your miter saw for a few months and let it collect sawdust and whatever else lands on it. And then there you go. Instant barn find. Boy, I do not know about the structure of this video. Without a racetrack to put the car on. I don't know where to go from here. Feel a little bit lost without my Speedway. I like the car. I like the barn find idea. I think it could be improved upon. Let me know what you think. Would you go for the blind purchase idea? You buy the barn, you don't know what car is in it till you open it up? Or do you want to see what you're buying before you buy it? Now, maybe not. Maybe I'm way off track. Maybe the color changing thing and the washing the dirt off, maybe that's kids stuff. And you know, the real diecast collectors aren't going to want that. I totally understand. It's just an idea. Just a thought I had. Just a brainwave that came to me. And let me know what you think about the Porsche. I dig it. I want to see more. I want to see more cars with patina on them like this. Even if they don't call them a barn find in some Silver Series thing. Just make it a mainline, a mainline set. Call it the barn finds or the patina series or whatever you want to do. I know there's some out there, but I just think there should be more. I think it's a cool way to refresh some of the well-loved popular castings. Instead of releasing a new paint job, a new like racing livery or whatever, give us a rat rod version. Give us a sunburnt rusty one. And I'm gonna buy it. That's it for today. I'm sorry we can't do any racing. Once I have the Speedway all rebuilt, we'll put that Porsche and some other things on it and do some racing. But not today. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, Jesus loves you and so do I. And I'll see you next time right here on Race 164. Vroom!